How's it going, everyone? It's Limited here, and today we are going to be talking about Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 on the Xbox Series X. I've played this multiple times. I've actually played it a few times through on PC, and I've played it twice through on the Xbox Series X, and I figured maybe now is finally a good time to talk about this game. Chapter 1 is all that's out on Xbox Series X. I know that the other chapters are already out on PC. I think Chapter 2 and 3 are. And who knows how many chapters this game is going to have. I don't know. Maybe they've already announced it. But they are taking their time when it comes to putting them on console. So I don't know when Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 will come to Xbox. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, because all my videos are pre-recorded well in advance, hopefully they will already have started to put Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 on Xbox, because I'd really like to play those eventually and talk about those as well on the channel. But for now, all I can really do is talk about Chapter 1, and it's really hard to call this a regular video game review because it is such a short, just kind of snippet of what we've seen from Poppy Playtime so far. It's a very interesting snippet. It's a very good piece of the video game. It's enough to get you intrigued, but it is very short. Like I said, I've played through it multiple times, though, and I've definitely gotten my money's worth because of that. But, that being said, it's $5 to play on an Xbox, and it's about 30 minutes to play through it. And, I mean, it's not a lot of time to play through it, but it is still pretty cool to get this new mascot horror game. And I do like the setting of it in this kind of like abandoned toy shop, where you have some of these toys that are very, very monstrous looking, and have some... one of the toys actually bled. So I'm still trying to figure out if it's a toy or not. So I'm wondering about that. So there's definitely some interesting stuff going on in Poppy's Playtime. I definitely want to put more time into learning the lore because of this snippet of the game that I've played so far, because it seems like the lore is really interesting, and I do like mascot horror style games. And first of all, let me just say, if you like mascot horror video games, this is definitely something that you should try out, and definitely something you should play, because this is just another great addition to that genre. I like that you run around this factory, you're solving puzzles for the most part. You have these weird, hand cannons that you use, and they literally, launch out a sticky hand, and they can, stick to walls and stuff, and you use them to open specific doors. You can use them for, puzzles. There's a lot of puzzles in this game, and, they're basically, they can be used as an electric conduit, so you can grab one thing that's electric, and it will shoot lightning up the arm of the the wire that connects the hand, and you can try to basically connect it to a bunch of these pylons and basically touch another thing that's electric, and then once you do that, it will turn the power on for a specific area. So they have some cool ideas when it comes to the puzzles in this game and the use of these arms. I've never seen anything quite like it in terms of the way that they solve puzzles with his arms, so that's pretty cool. It's something a little bit different. There's a lot of little tapes that you can find, and the tapes kind of just give you a little bit more lore into the story and stuff like that, because without the tapes, you wouldn't really know too much about what's going on. You can get hints from the environment and stuff around you, but the tapes definitely give you a bigger idea and a better idea of what's going on inside the game. So you definitely want to look for all of those, and you want to look for those anyway, because if you find all of them, well, then you get achievements for them on the Xbox version. In fact, you can get all the achievements very, very easily on the Xbox Series X version. I got 1,000 out of 1,000 gamer score the first time playing through this. Just make sure you find all the tapes and you do everything that you're supposed to, and as long as you're doing everything that you need to do, and you're doing everything you need to do to play all the tapes and everything, you should have no problem getting 1,000 out of 1,000 gamer score in around 30 to 40 minutes. So definitely do that. Make sure that you get 1,000 out of 1,000 gamer score on this game. But I really like the way that this game looks. It runs great on the Xbox Series X, and graphically it looks great for a mascot horror game. It's what you kind of expect. It's got, even though it's scary, it's still got a weird cutesy style to it that's a little bit off-putting. You see Huggy Wuggy pop up for the first time, and you see him, and he looks like he should be adorable, but then once you see him with his mouth open and drool coming out of his mouth and his sharp teeth and everything, it takes a turn, and it's actually they're able to make these cutesy things terrifying, and I always like that ability. I always like the idea of something incredibly cutesy just being actually incredibly evil and just a monster in disguise. I think that's always a cool idea for stories in video games, and that's one of the reasons I like mascot horror video games so much. And so far, this is a good start. this is a good start. They give you interesting areas around the factory to explore. You basically go inside the entrance. You get to explore the entrance a little bit. There's like a gift shop you can explore. You go inside and there's like the Huggy Wuggy kind of display that they have going on. They let you go and actually like go into the conveyor belts and everything like that, and that stuff's pretty cool too. There's even a puzzle inside there, and this basically chapter of the game ends with a chase where you're running from the monster, and it's pretty well done. I really like it so far. You know, the monster chase at the very end of it, when you're getting chased, I don't want to say too much. I'm trying to be, you know, trying to be vague when it comes to it, but when you're getting chased by a monster and you're running around this like big conveyor belt system and you're just trying to get out of it, it's pretty tense, and if you turn the wrong way, it can get you pretty good. And I remember the first time I played through this, it actually took me a few tries to get through there, because it really is maze-like inside that conveyor system. And when it gets you, luckily it doesn't put you too far back. If the monster gets you, it puts you right back at the start of the chase. So it's not a big deal at all, and I think that's the best way to handle something like that. It's a good thing that they don't make you like restart the entire game or anything like that. So it does seem like there's a decent checkpoint system. So, but yeah, the first time I played through that and I get to the chase scene, I had one heck of a time trying to get through there and not get got by the monster. And even the ending where you finally have to defeat the monster, and I'm using air quotations when I say defeat because I highly doubt you stop the monster, but even when you do that, you know, that's kind of part of the puzzle, and you have to figure out how to do it, and you have a certain time limit where if you don't do it in time, you're going to get destroyed. So really cool, really fun, and I just like the creativity that is behind this video game. And I think that once I start looking into the lore a bit more, I'm going to enjoy that as well. And I look forward to playing chapters 2 and 3 when they eventually come to console. I want to wait for them to come to console because I just think that I would enjoy them more on the Xbox Series X personally. So that's what I'm waiting for next. So here's the great thing about Poppy Playtime if you want to play it on PC. It's absolutely free on PC for the first chapter. So if you want to play the first chapter, you can do it right from your PC for free. And that's a great way to get introduced to it, and it will let you know if you want to go ahead and buy Chapter 2. After Chapter 1, you do have to buy the rest of the chapters. But still, it's a good way to get you into the door and get you interested in the game. And I think they give you plenty of stuff in this, you know, little snippet that they give you to really make you interested in continuing this journey. The Xbox version does cost $5, but honestly, I think it's $5 well spent. I enjoy this experience. I enjoy this little bit of the game that we've gotten so far, and I'm excited to see how they proceed in the future, because I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to do Chapter 2 as just DLC for this, or if they'll have it as a completely separate game on the Microsoft Store. I don't know how they're going to do it yet. I'll be interested to see if they eventually do a physical version that's like a complete edition. We'll just have to wait and see, because this is kind of like a work in progress. I don't know what's going to happen, when we're going to get it. I know that there's a bunch of other Poppy Playtime stuff in the works as well. I believe they're even working on a movie. So there's a lot of stuff in the works, and I'm kind of just excited to see what pops up for it. You know, for me, this is kind of like the same excitement that is around Five Nights at Freddy's. Whenever, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's was having a new game come out, or a new, you know, side game, or it had like a new, like when the movie was being made. I remember that was super exciting. So Poppy Playtime is kind of just in that exciting time right now where you don't really know what's next, but it's just exciting to wait and wonder what's next. So I really like what I've played of Poppy Playtime so far. I definitely think that you should check out Chapter 1. It's very good. It's very fun. And I think you'll get multiple playthroughs out of it. I've played it multiple times already. I think I've played through it at least 5 times. So definitely go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button down below. And I'll see you in the next video. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.